people who populate that end of town, all the working girls with side of the hotel 7 days, 7 nights a week, and all the crust, upper crust and lower crust would convene around there.
I would assume good movies.
Oh, man. Well, but I don't know, but in my neighborhood, when you pass the same face for the 9th time, I don't care what you do for a living. You say, hey, how you doing? And people are dying to tell you, what's going on. Come on, most bands, the closest to the neighborhoods they describe in their tunes is watching it on the TV set on CNN. It's like in Texas. Most people in Texas think they're cowboys or cowgirls, but the closest they've actually been to a real cow is standing in line at McDonald's. Let's walk it like you talk it, man, and that's what you have on your CD there.
So that's what you did?
Yeah, man.
Got nitty-gritty with it.
Months up there, you bet.
So this other band in the Foo-Foo Hotel, was it the Judds? By any chance?
No, it wasn't the Judds. I'm not going to get caught up in this mudslinging.
You look good, Dave. Look at that on Music
Connection. Thank you very much.
You look
tight.
very much. You're looking firm.
Well, you got to make it look like it sounds, There's plenty of pretenders to the throne, guys, and we can't stop them from coming, but we can certainly arrange for them to limp home.
Mike. Yeah, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, how you doing?
Mike, this is Dave. How are you?
Good. Yeah, I wanted to know if you still rock climb.
I still do.
Do you?
Well, I'm a world-class intermediate everything here.
I see.
Try it all.
In the local bar and grill, once we have a few beers, we say, yes, we are world-class expert, mountaineer, adventurers, whatever. But I think the Latin medical term is fun hog.
Have you ever been involved with or went to see a climbing competition?
Oh, you bet, man. I went up to Snowbird and stuff.
Is it worth going to see as a spectator thing?
It depends on if you're into the climbing or not.
Yeah, I am.
Well, if you know what it is that you're looking at, yeah, I certainly would recommend
There's
it.
one down in Del Mar this weekend.
Yeah, take a ride on down there, man.
Cool.
And the girls are in much better shape than usual anyway. So.
I've seen them.
Hey, what's the hairiest situation you've been in rock climbing?
Oh, man. Well, I did a trip to the Himalayas with a couple of buddies of mine, I guess about 12 months or so ago, which is metric for 1 year.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
No, speaky digital. And,
it is an educational program today, isn't it?
It is. Is anybody writing down all these cliches?
I'm learning some stuff.
Absolutely.
My God.
We got up to about 22,000 feet on this one, and I took a couple of falls. When you're up there on the ridge, and it's the good say it's about an Empire State Building and a half down to base camp,
Dude.
and you go walking along, you slip off that little crack up there, and you take a good ride for 15 or 20 feet on the end of the rope. You don't think about a whole lot. All you think about is scrabbling your way back up to the ridge. But by the time you do, you've questioned everything. Have I lived my life the right way? Did I treat my mother correctly? Did I name my dogs the right names?
The important things. Yeah.
Oh, baby, you get some soul searching.
So you're falling off the rock, and you got the rope, obviously, and it's going to catch you, but you got to be worried about it. You're like, let me feel that jerk. Let me feel that jerk.
Oh, yeah. Your life passes in front of your eyes, then my life passes in front of my eyes again, then your life passes in front of my eyes. I said, wait a minute. I don't even know these guys yet. This is too scary.
No, but you love doing it.
Well, 50% of leaving home is coming back home, if nothing else. Just dying to get back into the basement in the studio and back out on the road so bad, man.
Well, now, when you're at home and you're not touring and you're not working on an album, what other than rock climbing, what do you do to enjoy your life?
Oh, all the normal things, all the normal stuff, I never did buy anything better than a bicycle. Plenty of things more expensive and a lot of things that lasted longer, but nothing better. I like the movies, I visit the magazine stands. I buy cassette tapes by weight now. I don't buy them by individually. That's right. Buy them by the brick, by the kilo and stuff. And I managed to get out and, do the normal things. I'm an expert at urban camouflage. I tie my hair up under the hat, put my baseball hat on.
And it works?
Yeah, and I was probably at that Mickey Thompson thing that you were supposed to be at.
I think we saw you there.
Well,
all right, what do we got here? We got T?
Yes.
Is that your name?
Uh-huh.
All right, you're on the air with David. David T. David.
T, how are you?
All right. Hey, I'm real glad to have you back on the air.
Well, thank you very much.
Oh, it's good to hear the music.
All right.
When you were with Van Halen, you guys were doing your own promotional product, T-shirts and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And I was wondering, I had heard that you were going to be handling that yourself again when you went out on your own.
Well, according to my mother, I am not only my own best promotional item, but I'm also my own best audience.
He's killing him.
Everybody's your second best audience.
I just don't think we're going to be handling our own T-shirts. You know, T-shirts, you got to have something to sleep in. So, yeah, that'll be out there. What size you wear?
Oh, I wear an extra large.
We'll save one for you.
Yeah, hey, I also print T-shirts.
Business, a profit deal.
I sensed a build-up.
Takes the pressure off.
Was then I began to sense a pattern.
Hey, T, thanks very much.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is kind of neat. David, they have this neat little promotional package for the new album. And it comes in this little box. And in the box is like a little bottle of liquor, whiskey.
What kind of poetry am I going to get out of a glass of iced tea?
There you go. I mean, right there it is. It's got a little bottle of whiskey. It's got a shot glass. It's got a David Lee Roth condom and some David Lee Roth rolling papers.
You know, an amazing
Just
thing,
don't
though.
get the two confused, huh? You've been there all night.
So most of the jocks got these, right? So in the studio, we get back here, and don't want to mention any names or anything.
But all of them were lined up. They left all the boxes. They got them, and they left them in the back here, lined up on this little shelf. And if you opened each one of them up, for the most part, the condoms were still there. The whiskey was still there.
The whiskey glass was still there.
But the rolling papers were missing.
I don't know why.
I'll take it back. No, Gino took his condom.
No, that's right.
Other than that,
That's right.
Well, let's hope he doesn't bring it back.
He may.
Though we're relaxing in the sun somewhere, vacationing, and just enjoying life in general, we still have good highlights of the program for you.
It's the Mark and Brian radio program.
100.7 The Buzz.
Here's the Buzz on traffic with Angela Kirby.
One accident headed westbound on I-90 near 142nd has traffic backed up for a mile or so, leaving us applying heading down towards the Eastgate Hill. And southbound I-5 slows from the Alderwood Mall to 220th, where there's another accident there in the carpool lane. Eastbound on 520, still solid I-5 to the water, and it looks like we've still got crowding on 405 in both directions in the usual spots, as well as northbound 167 making your way up to 405. Just look at traffic from G.I. Joe's Sports and Auto Store. Get down to G.I. Joe's for all your school gear like athletic bags and pleated shoes, or get a pair of Columbia cargo pants for $10 off. Highs in the 70s, lows overnight in the 50s. I'm Angela Kirby, 100.7 The Buzz.
In the Old West, robust pioneers went in search of wide-open spaces.
He makes his living carving these outrigger canoes, by hand out of a
log.
A single log. And he makes a real great living selling these things to Japanese art museums, So I got one of these canoes from him, and me and my Texas sweetie baby headed out onto the open water, and just going from island to island, sleep on the beaches,
Using a compass to get to the island.
you gotta, or read the stars at night, That's a lot simpler than it sounds. Like I told her, hey, first thing you gotta learn is just stars are like your granddaddy's teeth. They must come out at night. Look up into the night sky, honey.
And you're eating what you catch? I mean, if you don't catch anything, you don't eat.
And you go a little bit hungry, enforced diet, whatever. And music's real important, I fix it up. I play the DJ. I hold the Walkman in the back of the boat with a long headset, long cord for her up in front.
And making her paddle.
No, man. Yeah, well, behind every great man's a very tired woman. With a smoking credit card, if you're lucky.
So you're playing DJ, and you play the tunes, pick them out?
And when the waves when the rollers get a little too big, get up about 6-7 feet, and you start getting a little bit of an adrenaline burst there, ZZ Top, man. Roll it up. There you go.
That brings it up. What do you listen to? What do you like?
Oh, I listen across the board, I listen to all kinds of music, and as a fan, not even just as research, And music is like wallpaper to me, If nothing else, then you carry it in your bag, and since I live a relatively gypsy existence, I'm always in a strange room, but I can put up my wallpaper. You need a little sunshine? Put on a little Beach Boys there, okay? I think it's about, what is it, Tuesday? No, it's Monday. It's the beginning of the weekend, so a little ZZ Top wallpaper there for that, Yeah, and if you're up and you feel real gnarly for breakfast, country western.
Absolutely.
Because that'll commiserate with you,
Okay, Jess?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're on the phone with David Lee Roth.
Hey, Dave, how you doing?
Jess, are you there?
I'm there.
Is your last name in time? Because you can make a great lawyer.
No, unfortunately not. Listen, I want to do two things. I want to ask you a question. I was wondering if you could wish my buddy Dave a happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dave. Happy birthday to you. Next question. Wow.
You're the best. Listen, what I was wondering is I consider you to be like the ultimate front man
Oh, well, thank you very much.
for a band. And I was wondering, when you go to a show, like whether it be at the Forum or at the Roxy or something like that, what do you look for in a show for you to walk away and go, God, that was a great show, out of the performers themselves?
I look for the spirit, man. I look for the drive. It's got nothing to do with, how perfectly something was played, or how perfectly something was executed, It's like your favorite pair of cowboy boots. It's like the holes in the knees of your jeans. If somebody cuts them there, they never look quite the same as if they just sort of grew there on their own, I look for that in a band. I also have the basic premise in mind that goes for any kind of music, any kind of band, and that is that if you can't do it under one white light bulb, in a pair of jeans and T-shirts, skip all the fancy clothes on a borrowed stage, no laser beams, no smoke bombs, no balloon drop. If you can't do it like that, you can't do it. And there are a lot of unemployed geniuses out there who can. Now, if you can use these ingredients to cook your cake, and you can cook up a fat, sweet cake with those ingredients, great. Let's float the sucker in icing, man. Bring on the lights. Bring on, drop the balloons.
But the core has got to be there.
Exactly. It's got to be there. You got to be able to do it in your pants on stage or outside of them, as the case may be. And that's what I look for in any band.
Well, great. Thanks a lot.
You bet.
Who's good then? Who's good live?
Oh, man. Well, the number of people that I just basically named, I think, ZZ's got the real thing there. Axl and the boys are the serious business. That's the real thing. Jane's Addiction, solid. Black Crowes, all the way over the park, man, over the wall for them, It's the real stuff, and it's got nothing to do with, Olympic scoring. It's not about that, It's got to be perfectly... what's the word? When
honest.
Yeah, man. When you put on a tuxedo, it takes you 10 minutes to dress. You rent it, you put it on. But when it's just jeans and T-shirts, it takes you a little longer because that's the real stuff. So there you go.
Cool thing. All you young kids out there looking for work.
All you little skeeters out there finally found enough time to pull your hands out of your pants to tune in the radio set. Yes, a little wit and wisdom from old David Lee.
Actually, our listeners can actually masturbate while listening.
We dig it. We dig it about them.
We kind of dig that.
We
too.
love that.
We do it all for you.
Who's this?
This is Brock.
Brock, you're on the air with David Lee Roth.
Hi, Brock.
I am? Oh, wow. Nice to meet you, Dave.
Nice to meet you, too. What's up?
Okay, I was wondering, I was working on Catalina Island this summer over at a place called Doug's Harbor Reef. Okay? And anyway, I was working out there, and I went over to San Pedro. And while I was going down to San Pedro, I was going out to pick out a bow because I was going to go bow hunting out on the island.
What size was that engine you were using in the boat? Do you remember?
Oh, no, it's a bow.
That's a bow.
Anyway, no, not a boat.
Oh, bow, I see. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, well, anyway, as I was down there, I saw this huge mural of David Lee Roth up on one of the buildings. I was wondering if, Dave, did you know about it?
No, I didn't know about this. What is it, on a record store or something?
No, it's on the side of like a warehouse-looking building.
What is it?
It's down in San Pedro.
A single line drawing as if by one spray can, you mean?
No,
These are my people!
I'm serious. This is like a very artistic, well-done mural.
No, I had no idea. I had no idea. Well, rock and roll is graffiti. Why wouldn't it wind up on a wall somewhere?
Yeah, sure. That's what I say too. But anyway, yeah, I'd love to show it to you personally sometime, or something like that.
Well, maybe we'll look it up.
Cool.
Thanks for the tip.
Yeah, and the other thing I was wondering too, because while I was hanging out on Catalina, I talked to some people who said they met you one time.
That's entirely possible.
Yeah. Anyway, they were. I was wondering, did you ever frequent a bar back in your early days with Van Halen called Handlebars?
The Handlebar Saloon?
Yeah.
Oh, man, we flunked 3 auditions in a row from the Handlebar Saloon,
Fond memories.
Yeah, they told us we played too psychedelic, huh?
Yeah, because...
there you go, huh?
Yeah, they were talking, they said, I was thinking, geez, you ought to publish a book or something because you got all these great one-liners and quotes and everything, and they said they were down there and you walked in with like a couple of your bodyguards and you sat down, you bought them a drink, and you had your sunglasses on. They had no idea who you were.
Well, you got to wear the sunglasses, man. It's so hard to be an enigma in this day and age.
It's a real trouble.
It's good work if you can get it.
A waitress knew you, and she said, Dave, if you were my boyfriend, I'd throw a drink right in your face. And you took off your sunglasses and you said, babe, if you were my girlfriend, I'd drink it.
No, I think what she told me was, Dave, if I was your girlfriend, I'd put poison in your drink.
That's it.
I see.
What I told her was,
Anyway.
Even more poignant. All right, thanks, Brock. See you later.
Like the line, though.
Okay, listen, we got a pair of front and center tickets to give away tonight's thing. Dave, we were going to give it away in another way, but why don't you just pick a line, a number through 1 and 15.
this is the caller that we're going to take. We're
That's
going to
right.
take caller number whatever.
At
Okay.
random, you pick it.
Okay, taking hopping and bobbing and popping with the best bet for the balls beat at the top of the pop smash gold. We got
Just pick a number.
number seven.
No, wrong. Can't do that. That's the
Seven's not
hotline.
Oh, that's the highlight.
Try 1 through 6 or 10 through 15.
Okay, here we go. Number 12.
Your name, please.
Doug.
Doug, you a Sting fan?
Yeah, big
You got an open night tonight?
Yeah, sure do.
David's got something to tell you.
You just won the Sting tickets.
Hey, fantastic.
There you go.
They're great seats, too.
And you don't have to bring the multicolored afro wig.
All right.
and you don't have to paint a bed sheet sign. It's pure music, man.
And you don't have to lick wash our car.
There you go. It's the real stuff. You're going to have a ball.
All right, you hang on, all right?
Okay, sure will.
Okay.
Right.
What about seeing you in concert around? When do we get to go?
Well, here's my hat. What's my hurry? Look for us around middle of April at a theater drive-in armory or stadium near you. Yeah.
Where does it start, the tour?
It's going to start up in Europe in about 3-4 weeks, and let me get it all welded real nice and tight for you, and then I'll bring it back through your backyard right around springtime.
We'll be here.
I never know what to wear for Halloween, and if you got to wait for New Year's, you're a beginner. So let's go with April Fool's.
Does
Day.
Europe dig you? Do you do well over there?
Oh man, all the gigs are sold out, and all the little skeeters are all riled up. The innocent villagers are even now getting ready for the bonfire. Oh damn!
Yeah. Holding their rakes and pitchforks.
They're all liquored up and ready for some rock and roll music.
Well, listen, Dave, we've wanted you on the show for a long time, and it was great having you here.
Guys, thank you very much. You're very patient DJs.
Super blast. Super blast.
Mark and Brian, you are the top. You put the rest to the test. The best in the West.
Check him out. Just check him.
David Lee Roth, have a good day, man.
Tell it, man.
Who else could go for some commercials right about now? We'll be back on the Mark and Brian radio program Past Moment Show.
100.7 The Buzz.
Here's the Buzz on traffic with Angela Kirby.
Well, the accident we had in Montlake Terrace, southbound I-5 at 220 is just cleared. Still solid from 405 down through the scene, and a little bit heavy southbound I-5 from 85th over the Ship Canal Bridge in the main.